Hi folks, welcome back. As you can see, we've made a decision on the colour of the cabinets. We're doing this clotted cream furniture paint and leaving the outside edges the wooden varnish look. Doing the actual cabinets themselves in the clotted cream. It should brighten up a bit. So it's this stuff here we're using, Rust-Oleum chalk finish furniture paint, and finishing it on top with a clear varnish, clear polyurethane varnish. So I think it looks a bit brighter anyway, and we're going to use the same trims, put them back on. You'll see the finished article at the end, but just to sort of give you an idea, we've got to de-staple all the trims. I've just stuck it on fast forward because it's a very laborious task, because it's stapled every like quarter inch, and it's a bit of a mission to get them all out, because I really like the trim, so I want to use it again. So I've rather than messing about and masking or anything like that, I've actually went to the trouble of taking the staples out, and then I'll re-staple once it's all painted and put them back together again, which I'll let you see later on in the video. But yeah, definitely worth doing. I've never actually seen this trim before. It's very good stuff. So yeah, got it off and get it ready, sugar soap it all, clean it all off, a light sand just to key everything, and then we're ready for paint. A bit of masking on the doors. So I've decided that the cream would have just been too much, all cream, so decided to go with leaving the brown. Obviously the trim round the edge is brown, the door handles are brown. Don't know what this means, I should really Google it. See these cabinets, the workmanship and the quality of them. To say these are 45 years old, they're absolutely superb. There's no rattles, no shakes, no nothing. Made from both blockboard and lightweight ply. The cupboards weigh absolutely nothing. Fantastic workmanship and quality, hence why I want to keep them. So here we go, just a wee quick bump. As you can see, mask up the edges, that way I can just slap paint everywhere and don't need to worry about cutting in and trying to make a nice neat job of it. Masking does that for me. So yeah, it's a wee bit fiddly, but worth doing. Definitely worth doing. There you go. Start with the brush into the corners. It's quite good stuff to work with, this chalk paint. Very forgiving. So doing it with a little, do the brush into the corners and then use the little sponge roller, because it gives like a stippled effect, which is giving the front of the wood like a texture, like a textured finish. It's actually quite nice. So I say 2, maybe 3 coats of the furniture paint, and then 2 coats of lacquer, just a seal coat and then a top coat of lacquer, and they come up really well. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with them. As I say, just cut in with the brush, just more or less to seal the edge, and then a quick coat with the roller. But no, it's that's most of them done now. I've only got the last little unit above the cooker and sink to do, and the pelmet that was above the back door, and then the 2 big units. But I've still not took them out yet. I'll be taking them out in the week coming and getting them sorted out, because I've got to take the ceilings down because the board and the ceiling's a bit watermarked and misshaped. We obviously had some water ingress from the skylight, and I don't know from anywhere else, but everyone else looks okay. And then someone's been on the roof at some point and not pushed the metal back out again, so there's a big dent in the roof, which in turn has pushed the wood down inside. I'll show you in a video next week, so I need to sort that and remedy that. So when I take the units out, I'll also do the same. They'll get painted as well, rather than doing them in situ. Then I'll renew the ply of the roof, and then we're looking at some other coverings and whatnot to make that different. But as you can see, that's them. They've had a coat of paint and they're dry, and now to demask them. I'll show you what it looks like when you demask them. It's a very satisfying process, demasking, to see that what you done with the masking tape was worthwhile. But no, it's as I say, it's very good stuff to work with, this chalk paint. Very powdery, as in obviously chalk paint, and when you demask, any sort of a excess residue on the masking tape sort of powders off and drops onto it's a bit off-putting at first when you first do it, but no, it just blows off with the blower, and it does. It really looks well. It really looks well. I'm really pleased that I decided to go down this route, because it's I think once it's all, you'll see at the end of the video, I've got a wee thing at the end of the video where it one of the cupboards is put back together with all the trims and the edge trim, the handles and everything put back together again. So as I say, just blow off the excess powder at the side. Now you can see it comes up really well. So that'll just get a coat of varnish next, just to seal the wood and to seal over the chalk paint, so that it's a bit more durable, if you like, that it won't just flake off and scratch and scrape when you touch it. Yeah, really pleased. As I say, it's a bit laborious. They're big cupboards, so they take up a lot of space in the garage, so you can only do like 2 at a time. So it's the other thing, it's a bit time consuming, so it will take a wee bit of time to get done and get finished. So, hey, what's time? Something that we never have enough of. But yeah, it's so far so good. I'm really pleased with the way things are turning out. I've got the windows arrived on Friday, so again just waiting on a decent spot of weather, and we'll get on with them, and you'll see them in another video. I'll do an explanation of why we're changing the windows and show you the new windows. I've also got the 2 skylights arriving hopefully Monday. So we're moving on, so it's onward and upwards. And I've got someone looking into some other coverings for the walls and the ceilings. So yeah, it's over the next couple of weeks things will start to move on dramatically, hopefully, if I don't get too busy at work and don't get any time to do anything on the van. And the weather again, because most of it is I can get the van in to the workshop, but the back end of it, front end of it sticking out, or the back end of it sticking out, whichever the case may be, whatever I bring in. But it doesn't leave a lot of room for working. But for where I'm working, it'll work. As I say, that's the Varnish, Ruston's quick dry varnish. So we each all get 2 coats, and yeah, it transforms them. That's the back pelmet above the back doors, and that's the last little unit, the one above the cupboard, the kitchen sink and the hob. So they've to be stripped down next. They've been coated, and there's one of the cupboards back together with everything back on it. I'm really quite pleased with that. Let us know in the comments what you think, if it's a hit, because I think it is. But anyway, that's them bare, that's them finished, and that's them waiting on another coat of varnish. So that's it for now, folks. I hope you have enjoyed the wee video, and let us know what you think of the colour combo. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give us a wee like and a subscribe. Take care, folks, and I'll see you when I see you. Ta-ra for now.